Welcome everyone, and don't let the name of the channel scare you away. There's not an ounce of chemistry in this video. If you were a child, and I have a sneaking suspicion everyone watching this must have been, there's a good chance you were read Goodnight Moon. It's closing in on its 80th birthday, and I'm here to explain to you that scientifically this book lied to you, but it also happens to be amazingly accurate. The story begins in the Great Green Room at precisely 7 p.m. A few pages later, we see the moon itself peeking through the bottom corner of the left window. It's now 7:10. Let's take the window and save it for later. When the story ends, the moon is more prominent in the same window, and the time is now 8:10. So 70 minutes pass in the story, and the moon moved from the bottom corner of the window to its final position in an hour. Is this depiction of time accurate? Here is the window as presented in the story. I'm going to adjust the scale to better fit the screen. Since the final version is a bit narrower, I need to ensure the window dimensions are equally scaled. The width is easy, and I'll use the curtains to adjust the height, and that's better. Though we only see a bit of the moon, it's enough to know where it was at 7:10, and as it moved, we know how far it traveled until the story ended at 8:10 p.m. It turns out over the course of 1 hour, the moon moved almost exactly 3 diameters. Is this how far the moon actually moves in an hour, though? Let's say someone is looking out the window while waiting for their child to finally go to sleep and they see the moon, and some stars. How long will it take for the moon to return to the same position? About 24 hours and 48 minutes. To get this result, I used Stellarium Web, link in the description. Here is the full moon on August 14, 2022, just after 3 a.m. The green line is the meridian, so we are facing due south from this location. This line represents what I meant by same a moment ago. After the magic 24 hours and 48 minutes pass, we see the moon is once again on the meridian. You'll notice it's not the exact spot in the sky, so let me say I put a big asterisk next to the word same in the script. It's close enough, and that's all we need to move forward. In order to complete a full 360-degree orbit in 24.8 hours, we observe the moon moving across the sky at a rate of 14.5 degrees per hour. The moon moved quite a bit, obviously. To put a number on it, the moon moves 28 diameters in an hour. What does this mean for the 3 or so diameters from the book? Well, that is how far the moon moves in just 6.5 minutes. And there is the proof that Goodnight Moon is, astrophysically, a fraud. But I did say at the beginning this book was amazingly accurate, and that's unequivocally true. You see, it should take around 6 minutes to get a kid ready for bed. But anyone who has actually tried it knows full well they're committing about an hour of their evening until the child is finally asleep. The artist cleverly represents the expectations of how long it should take with the moon and reality with the clock. Though next time you read this story, just hope the child doesn't ask you to explain how a family of bunnies acquired a tiger skin rug. Good luck with that, though feel free to put forth your own theory in the comments. On that note, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like or share. If you want more, subscribe and make some requests. This is different than the usual videos I make, but it was a lot of fun, so I would definitely enjoy creating some more.